back talking some more Chucky this week. Episode 4 just aired on the USA Network and SyFy channel. And I do have to clarify that because I love you guys. I keep mentioning it every week that I'm watching the episodes as they air on cable. I know that's such a radical concept for some people that the episodes aren't streaming on YouTube right away. It's not on a streaming service. But you guys are making me feel old every week because I'm watching the show on cable. Anyways, we left off last week with some very interesting info. Specifically, Charles Lee Ray's body is in the same cemetery as Jake's parents. And also, Chucky raised absolute hell at Lexi's party, killing one of the kids and then just setting everything ablaze as he attacked Lexi. Surprisingly, everyone made it out alive other than that one kid named Oliver, as we see everyone in the hospital as tensions are running high between everyone, the kids and the adults. There's some people especially are going to be upset that Lexi somehow made it out alive because she has been one of the worst characters so far and you do want to see her get killed to some degree. But she did make it out alive, as we do see her harassing Jake in the hospital, because it is kind of one of those things where, hey, Chucky just tried to kill me, Jake is the one who gave him to me, and they have this awkward conversation because they're like the only people that know that he's actually alive. And there's the whole part where Jake admits that he wanted Chucky to kill her in the first place. So, like I said, tensions are running high between everybody. It's a little bit more awkward between them especially. But begrudgingly, they have to work together to try and track down Chucky before he ends up killing the both of them. Although it was brief, I really like the spooky horror vibes we get when Lexi and Jake go into her burnt up house just looking for clues for anything. As we expected, tensions are gonna run high because they don't get along. They blame each other for everything that happened. Lexi almost falls off the balcony to her death, and out comes this absolutely disgusting looking burnt up Chucky. It almost reminds me of Two-Face, the Batman villain. He's egging him on. I gotta say, I do kind of like this design, even if it is pretty gross looking. But Jake does decide, though, not to drop Lexi after all of that egging on from Chucky. Chucky just says, screw it, I'm gonna keep trying to kill her myself. I gotta give it to him. He really is trying his hardest to kill this girl, and it's giving him quite a fight. You know, of all the people throughout the Chucky series, other than maybe Andy Barclay, this is probably the toughest fight he's probably had so far. As that's going on, we do see him lurking around the hospital. We see him kind of running around the halls as Junior's being put to sleep, which is pretty creepy in my opinion. I feel like I haven't talked about Devin enough as far as the episodes have gone on, but I have really liked his relationship and the way it's built up with Jake so far. We do see him as the segue into the flashback this episode as well, with seeing Charles Lee Ray leading these kids on this adventure. Like I said before in the upper episodes, I've never been a big fan of the flashback so far, but I think this is so far the best flashback. Seeing Charles Lee Ray show all of these kids this dead body that he just killed, just downright creepy, you know, kind of stuff you want to see in a flashback from Charles Lee Ray in his younger years. Plus, it was also just cool getting that name drop, seeing some stuff about Eddie Caputo, Charles Lee Ray's sidekick character. We haven't really got a lot of him in pretty much anything other than the early Child's Play films. And evidently, we do find our way back to the hospital with that guy taking this deformed looking Chucky back to the hospital. The big kill this episode is absolutely gross, but I think part of it is just because this Chucky is just so gross looking, so it just enhances the grossness factor because you don't really see a whole lot as far as gore. It's just he looks gross. He's repeatedly stabbing this guy with all of these different objects, needles, knives, all that stuff until all of this blood comes out of every different hole in his body, basically. In Chucky fashion, it also is just very funny because Chucky is making funny quips as he's doing it, because I do think he is projecting a little bit just the whole stuff with his face. I am kind of surprised that pretty much everybody in this town, the adults and the kids, they kind of think the Chucky stuff, his escapades in the past, the stuff with Charles Lee Ray and possessing the dolls, everyone just kind of assumes it's an urban legend. They don't think it actually happened. Even the detective, as we see, she's trying to question Jake some more. Jake does get saved, though, from the interrogation when we see Lexi's sister's plug gets pulled. And I think the funniest thing of the entire episode was the ending scene of this episode, where they find the body that's in there with Lexi's sister, and the Chucky doll flips them all off as the credits roll. I mean, that is very Chucky. That is very on brand. I had to laugh. But a pretty good episode this week all around. It was confined to pretty much the hospital as it is. Kind of gave me vibes of Cult of Chucky, where it was all pretty much set in one central area. I am still intrigued to just see how the rest of the series is going to go. It seems like we're ramping up to a very exciting later half of this season, especially because Chucky is now definitely not a big fan of everybody, especially Jake at this point. So we're going to see the repercussions of that through the last half of the season, which I'm excited about. Make sure you share your thoughts down below. What did you think of episode 4 of Chucky? Did you like the episode, not like the episode? Share any thoughts you may have on our theories as far as where we're going to go for the rest of the episodes, because of course we still have a lot of stuff coming up. You know, Tiffany's gonna be coming up soon, Nika, all those people. I'm really excited to just get the last half of this season because it's been so fun so far. So make sure you share your thoughts down below. Thank you guys, always share my reviews, I really appreciate it. Make sure you like on the video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share update my reviews, tracks, and unboxings and more on the channel. But next time, I'll see you guys later.